Three men are accused of abducting a Florida man in Fort Lauderdale at gunpoint. They waterboarded him. They were trying to enlist him in like whatever they were trying to do when they realized that they had taken the wrong person.
Later on that night, he decides to go to hear noises from the residents. So the property manager goes over, unlocks the door, opens the door, and he's got the chain jimmy. You know, the old school lock, like the hitch chain jimmy? And it opens a little bit. He can see, and homeboy's in there putting in work.
After deputies spotted him having fun time with a stuffed animal.
So she admits, yes, I didn't steal the car, I borrowed it. And what did she borrow it for? To go apply at a high-level strip club in Indianapolis.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Welcome to the most trusted, newsworthy reporting staff and crew the world's ever seen. We are back with the Working Perspective Pop-In, 4th Street production, with me, not your host, the Mr. I pull it because it makes me feel better. I beat it till I meet it. Steuben Strongstem Cabot with my two co-host and host, Matthew, the hairiest man I know, Lavelle. Please tell me how you feel and what you're doing.
Steve, excellent intro as always. I feel great. Daughter's soccer game was on Monday.
Orange go down?
Well, here's the deal. That last Saturday there was some weather and the tournament got canceled. Bummer, I know. But we played the purple team on Monday and we stomped a mud hole in them and walked it dry.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. That's
I
big
believe
news.
our next game, I mean, if it's lining up like I think it will, we played blue and literally beat the pants off them, and then played purple, and even though they cheated, we still won by 3. And then now our next game next Monday should be against the dreaded orange team, and they will go down. They will go down.
I mean, I don't know about these cheating allegations. We might have to cut that because that's an allegation, and I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
It's 1,000% true. You are not allowed goalies in this league, and legit, there's 4 girls on the field, and one of them stood in goal the entire time, and we still won by 3. So, there you go.
Shout out. Well,
Shout
the
out.
meat,
Yep.
the meat from 3rd Street. My co-investigator and one of the most trusted news sources in America. How we doing?
I'm good, brother. Speaking of our kids' sports, Layla just signed her commitment for like the cheer team, like the
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like, and we just put her in like one of the cheer gyms, and then she's on the team. So my life's over, dude. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. Wait,
so as a coach, can I tell you to invest in one of the? I know it looks terrible. The spongy butt pads to put on a wood bleacher when you're in those indoor, or even when the chairs with a back. I don't care what I look like. I need some posturepedic help in those places.
After last year, at the last competition, I ended up buying one because they were selling them like out in the hallway, and I was like, "Oh man, enough is enough. I need that," you know? Because you're right, it's rough,
dude. What? I mean, all right, we'll talk about it, but keep
the team seems juiced. We're in October. The Phillies are laying the smackdown, and we back at it, Maddie. Let's go.
Doing so solid. Share and subscribe. Would you share it? Would you share it? Would you share it? Working perspectives.
All right. Welcome to the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Strong Sense, Steve Cabot. He's Liam Reese. On this show, we will be bringing you topics from around the globe. The topics are going to fall under 3 different categories. The categories are Stupid Is as Stupid Does, Incredibly Incredible, and Sports and Speds. We're going to start it off with the first topic, which is Stupid Is, Stupid Does. Liam, I'm going to you. What do you have for Stupid Is as Stupid Does?
We've all heard the phrase, if you see the whatever a rockin', don't come a knockin', right?
Yeah.
Right, sure.
Well, a man was arrested after a deputy found him a rockin' with a stuffed animal. A 55-year-old Midway, Arkansas man faces drug and indecency charges after deputies spotted him having fun time with a stuffed animal. Judge found probable cause to charge Theodore T. Morgaven III with possession of controlled substance, furnishing, possession, or using prohibited articles, possession of drug paraphernalia, and public sexual indecency. According to documents, at 12:45 a.m. on October 8th, the Baxter County Sheriff's Department observed a vehicle at the Midway store and lock. They saw the car like rocking, like somebody was in there, doing the deed. Well, the cop like walks up to the car and everything, and when he looks in, it's just a dude and a stuffed animal just getting busy, dude. And since he was he must have been on probation or parole because he had one of those like already in the agreement with cops, they can like search you like on site, you know what I mean? So they get him out of the car and everything, search his car, and there's approximately 3 grams of methamphetamine in there.
Solid.
Right. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. Who did? They did not say what kind of stuffed animal it was, but I have to imagine it. I'm hoping it was like one of those, like the bigger ones that you win at like the fair or whatever.
Yeah. You'd imagine.
Because this is a big fact of the case, because when he goes to jail, he has to try to explain himself.
Mm-hmm. So he did appear in court on October 16th to be arraigned, and he pleaded not guilty. So he is going to fight the charges. He's going to fight the good fight.
Wow. He really did knock the stuffing out of that thing, huh?
What's the alibi here? I was practicing wrestling. I was doing jujitsu in the back seat with the teddy bear. They're like, dog, what you was doing was not jujitsu. Yeah. What's the matter with you?
What could he even say it was? I am dying to know what the stuffed animal was.
I want to hear the legal defense. Like he said, we
were
doing
just karate.
Wrestling. Yeah, my pants were around my ankles.
We do karate in our underpants.
Who knows? He could claim that he identifies as a stuffed animal and this is his girlfriend and all that stuff.
Good move, Matt.
He could get away with all that.
Like the
right?
furries.
Like that's not
the furries.
Exactly.
Wow. Matt over here playing chess while everybody else playing checkers, yo.
He's taking furries to the next level. It's not like I've thought of this or anything, guys. It just came to me.
Well, just in case anybody knows, you can email the show for your legal analysis from Matthew, lawyer, the book, Lavelle.
To be honest, technically my wife's a furry because she's had sex with me. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, if we're gonna be technical about
that's so
thing.
funny.
Yeah. So nice. All right, really cool, man. Good stuff. Dude, shout out this guy. I really, really am gonna try and find. If you had, what if it was like, if you had like a. God, what was it, Jessica Rabbit doll or something like that? You know what I mean? Like
I put work in on that.
Right.
I'd cut that.
But if
Jesus
it's just like
Christ.
a regular stuffed animal, like a bear or something, I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like it was like a big teddy bear or something, dude.
Yeah. I wonder if it was one of those Build-A-Bears. You know what I mean? But
can I have the green eyes?
Yeah.
Chill, cuz chill.
Good stuff, Liam. Good stuff. Let's keep it moving. Strong Son, go to you. What do you got for stupid is as stupid does?
You're gonna love this. It's October. We freaky, right? I just happen to have another super freak. These two might be related. So a 41-year-old Papillon, Nebraska freak named Ryan Smith has been arrested for tampering with a crime scene, trespassing, and burglary. Mr. Smith, who works for a company that assists the authorities in removing and transporting dead bodies, was sent to collect a deceased man at a residence. While he was there, he happened to observe a full-size life sex doll, one of them really expensive joints, right? So he liking. So after he picks the man up, takes him back to the morgue, he contacts the property and tells them that the sheriff's office asked him to assist in this investigation and to collect the sex doll because they want to swab it for DNA and do an analysis on it, right? The property manager is like, no, I seen you when you came here. You're a weird looking dude. No, that's not true. Like the sheriff would have called me and told me, no. How about no? You're not allowed in the house, right? Later on that night, he decides to go hear noises from the residence. So the property manager goes over, unlocks the door,
God.
opens the door, and he's got the
Oh
chain
my
Jimmy.
God.
You know, the old school lock, like the hitch chain Jimmy.
Yeah,
And it opens a little bit.
yeah.
He can see, and homeboy's in there putting
Just
in work.
Ooh.
Going to Pound
gosh,
Town,
dude.
the capital, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now he calls the cops. The cops show up, and the guy has to play that whole dumbass. No, I was just going to grab it. I was trying to take it back. And now has all these charges he's
Sure.
getting hit for, of course.
My word, dude.
Now,
Yeah.
here's my
Just-
issue with it. He transports dead bodies to the morgue by himself. If he's
no.
going to bang some other bull's random weird doll, who believes that he hasn't put his penis in a chick while he drove?
Oh, bro. Come on. Yeah.
And if you see the picture of this guy, can you look him up? He looks. I think it's Ryan Smith. You should just put Ryan Smith, Nebraska. Freak.
You'd have to think, right? Like the cop on duty for this, they must have been like, yo, 10-1 odds that the freaking Ryan, the morgue guy, is gonna show up. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna try 10-1 odds that he tries to take that thing home.
Yeah.
I love how the landlord sniffed him out.
Yeah, knew
He's
he was
like,
a weirdo.
I need this. This is for evidence. And I gotta take this with me. And the landlord's like, what the
No.
Okay, buddy.
Not
Heard
you.
that one before.
Not you.
Yeah.
And
Not a chance.
It's
pal.
just so like gross that it's someone else's doll. That like it's that's so bad.
And
Dude,
it's
one of our boys, young Shitter, you know who I'm talking about, Liam. You know Shitter. Matt Shitter used to date, or at least bang this broad that was a mortician. Well, she was one of the morgue, but she worked for like Montgomery County. I don't know what the hell it's called, like the body section, like wild, the craziest weirdo ever. Her job all day was to like have people come down, identify their kids' bodies or their family members' bodies, and like keep them in the bags, move them from thing to thing, clean them up, get ready for like autopsies or anything like that. Or the mortuary. Is that what it is?
Mortuary, yeah.
I think the mortician. I think a mortician's the person who like puts all the spray paint on the body before it goes out to a funeral. I'm talking she's the morgue, like fresh off the death scene.
Okay.
I clean you up, put you in a body bag, slide you in the thing till somebody comes, they roll you out the freezer, you know what I mean? Complete weirdo.
I think that's a mortician, but regardless, continue.
Yeah. Weirdo. That was all.
Yeah. So
these people can't be trusted. These people can't be trusted. Who wants that job?
Whenever I hear that, I think of two things. I think of one, either that person is 1000% a serial killer, right? Or they're like an alien from another planet, and like this is their gimmick. You know what I mean? Like that's all I can think of. Which all of it could be true.
I wonder how well that job pays. Yeah.
Decent. This broad had some bread. This broad had some bread. Nice car, nice crib. Yeah.
Yo, I've told my wife this a bunch of times. I was like, look, if I ever get like serious money to invest, some of the things we're investing in, one, horse breeding, and two, a funeral home. Because the one thing, you will always be in business, baby. You are never running out of business. That is the truth.
I understand the business model, the emotional toll I cannot take.
I don't know. I couldn't do that either.
Absolutely not.
You know Dr. Jeff, right? Yeah. Dr. Hartman. His wife, their family owns a funeral home, and
I saw Stand By Me. I see how that ends. These kids don't grow up right.
Yeah,
I mean, sure.
Downstairs playing hide and go seek around bodies and shit. Come on.
Is that Stand By Me?
I don't know if they did that in Stand By Me, but she lived in a.
You know, Steve. You know where they did that in? My Girl with a young Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Dan Aykroyd, Jamie.
You're right.
Curtis.
That's what I meant. Not. Stand By Me.
Yeah.
They all blend together. I knew what you were talking about.
He's got CTE. He smokes weed. I drank a beer.
Hey, you knew it was Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, I knew it, nerd. You got killed by bees, you little sissy. My bad. I didn't mean to say that.
Thomas J, I believe the character's name was.
Sure was.
Correctly.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out Thomas J, fan of the show, listener to the show. Shout out Macaulay Culkin.
Legend. Dude, got a little weird. It got a little dark towards the later years, but when he was killing it, there was nobody better. Richie Rich, all those gay movies he did, they suck, but they were awesome.
Yeah, he was the man.
Well,
okay,
shout out guys
nice.
who bang stuff that's not alive. I guess. Should I say that? Maybe we should cut that. I don't know.
I mean, you tell me.
Back to
Daddy-o.
back, me and him. He's got a dude banging a stuffed out. You got Build-A-Bear in the back seat, and homeboy over here is
Yeah.
trying to steal Larry's sex doll. Come on, cuz.
Yeah.
How do you
Nice.
wash that
Right.
thing?
I mean, who knows? But let's keep it moving. Good stuff, guys. Lishmoosh, I'm going back to you. What do you got for incredibly incredible?
So cartel kidnappers rented a Florida Airbnb. They got some fake badges, fake police lights. They put it in a Dodge Charger. They abducted and waterboarded the wrong guy. So 3 men are
Poor
accused of
man.
abducting a Florida man in Fort Lauderdale at gunpoint. They
Oh,
waterboarded him and tried
Oh.
to get him to. They were trying to enlist him in like whatever they were trying to do, whatever their plot was. When they realized that they had taken the wrong person, so
they break him off.
eventually they throw his cell phone out the window. They give him like a new burner and everything, and they're like, and he's acting like he's acting like he's gonna play along, because the reason they picked up the wrong guy is because he works with their original target. So they're like, you're gonna do what we say, you know what I mean? We're gonna send you in there with this phone. You're gonna get him and everything. So he played along until he could get into his place of work. They're not saying what it was, but once he got inside, he called in a bomb threat to the address so that the cops would get there as fast as possible. Dude, so the cops get there and like he tells them like what's going on. One of the guys stayed. So it was the suspects it was 2 brothers, Jeffrey Arista, Jonathan Arista, and another guy, Raymond Gomez. So the one guy stayed and they caught him right away. The other 2 guys take off in like a Porsche that they rented. They drive, but then they crashed like pretty soon after. So they catch all of them. So they start shaking these guys down who picked up the wrong guy. But they're saying someone else hired them, but they can't give any information because they're scared for their lives, their families' lives, and everything.
Oh my god!
So this whole thing is such a mess. But like, they held this guy for 12 hours. Could you imagine? And you had nothing to do with it. You were the wrong guy. Dude, cartel guys just waterboarding you and shit.
Dude, at that point, I would be like, guys, please, I wish I knew. I would have told you. I promise, 12 hours of being waterboarded. Oy, oy, oy.
Well, they had guns and stuff. So first they kind of like, they threatened him with guns. They had like power drills there and everything. Like just like in the movies, dude.
Casino.
Tied to the chair and everything, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. Could you imagine? And you have nothing to do with it. You're like, what? And they're sitting there telling you, like, you know what we're talking about. You know what we're talking about. And this guy's like, no, I don't. They took them 12 hours to find out they had the wrong guy. But
I got 2 things. Number one, most importantly, this man lived and survived through this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
I'm going to find the guy I work with that they were intending to get, and I'm doing exactly what they did to me to him. How dare you let me go down like this for your dumb ass?
Gonna get
How fucking dare you? The whole time they're calling your dumb ass name to me. I'm like, no, I'm Mike. They're like, sure you are, Jim. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking Jim. 2.
He's probably like, no, he's probably like, come on, Juan. We know it's you. He's like, I'm not the Juan you're looking for. I'm not the one.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And somebody's boss that obviously, so I would assume that the cartel he's afraid of, some guy that has some power made that move. But he also answers to a guy. The guy he answers to is probably like, what the fuck just happened? And it trickles down to all of them like, oh, head's going to roll for that. That's a bad mistake. Everyone in that crew that did that one. Everyone that was part of waterboarding the wrong guy, I'm going to assume in 2 weeks doesn't, no one knows where they are anymore.
If they're around now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If they're still around right now, that whole crew's gone. They're all gone. Jesus.
Yeah.
Pretty wild stuff, though, dude.
Dude, that's nuts. I mean, Yeah. How long? I mean, guys, be honest. How long are we lasting if you guys are being waterboarded?
37 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
if somebody
14
starts
seconds.
waterboarding me, I'm going along with pretty much whatever they say, short
Yep.
of like, you know what I mean? Short
Yeah.
of like taking out your family. Anything
Yeah.
else is fair game. Though.
I'm out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm out. I'm folding like a goddamn
Agreed.
house of cards.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, we had a good run, guys, but
Yeah.
yeah, you got me.
I'm too
Oh,
old
yeah.
for this
You
shit,
know.
dog. I'm too old
Yeah.
for this shit.
For sure. Nice. Damn. That is, I mean, talk about a nightmare.
Oh.
Absolute freaking
Yogi,
nightmare.
and like in the beginning, do you start to think it's like a joke? Like it's somebody's gonna like I mean, these dudes probably ran down on him, ripped him out of work, drug him out the. You think you're like getting filmed and it's fucking you're getting punked by that dork Ashton Kutcher? No,
Dog, they got him outside of his house. They got him outside of his house at gunpoint.
Oh my god!
He was leaving his house. They rolled up, pulled a gun on him, and said, "Get in."
Jesus,
dude, nightmare, nightmare, dude.
Oh god, I don't even think about it. Oh man, yeesh. All right, well, let's keep it moving then. Really good stuff. Steve, going to you. What do you got for incredibly incredible?
So in Muncie, Indiana, right, a 20-year-old girl goes to the dealership. First, she applies earlier online for a loan, name, picture, whole thing, sends a license. Then she goes, shows up, looks at a 2013 Kia Optima. As she waits for the guy who's there, he's by himself, the salesman. The phone keeps ringing. He said to police, so he had to run back and forth. Right when they're about to he pulls up that Optima. They're going to take it for a spin. He runs in there because the phone's ringing. They're short-staffed. Gets on the phone. She jumps in the car. She gone, right? Everyone's like, what the hell? Did she really just steal the car after applying for a loan here? Like, wait, you can't do this, right? Just like the guy with the applying for a job. You can't do this, right? She bounces. They see the car on camera going westbound. It went like 20 miles, goes into Indianapolis, right? Down there, drives back. They catch at her house. They find out who she is, her address, show up. The key is not there, but they go into her house. She tries to lie who she is. They're like, we already know it's you. We have a picture of you right here. This is you. So she admits, yes, I didn't steal the car. I borrowed it. And what did she borrow it for? To go apply at a high-level strip club in Indianapolis.
Oh my god!
Need to get to this interview, right? I mean, she's talking a rack a night. Like, I gotta get here. So she was very confused because she also brought the car back, and instead of bringing it back to the dealership, there's a mall directly next to it that splits a property in like a big metroplex type deal, right? Pulls up in the mall parking lot, leaves the keys, routes. Thinks it's all greasy at this point. And they were like, here's the problem, bitch. We found the car way far away. When they found it way far away, that's because another girl that she knew was a friend that she dropped it there, jumped in it, and was joyriding it and putting it on Snapchat. So her exact quote to the officer was, I seen that dumb bitch driving it on Snapchat. Her friend then Reese stole it, drove it around. They found it way far away. Now both these dumb broads got picked up.
Oh my god!
And it's and they said the first girl's still very upset and doesn't understand because she didn't really steal it. She kind of just borrowed it to go to a job interview. Chill.
Right.
Just Spearmint Rhino, you better chill.
Dude, that's wild.
Shout out to the Kia for them not stealing it by sticking the phone cord in there and doing your little Jimmy Jam.
Yeah.
They took this the right way. She filled out an application and got the keys to a 2013 at a dealership in 2023. So I think she was kind of shooting low. I'm sure the salesman was not happy with the commission he was going to get on a 2013 Kia Optima.
Yeah, what's the sticker price on that?
$199.99.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's too funny. The funny thing is like,
I hope the boss knows look at the strip club.
Yeah, like, but also too, it's like, look at her friend. You know what I mean?
Takes
like,
it after.
The funny thing's like, got stolen, drops it off.
Told somebody.
Like, I'm
told somebody clearly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Idiot.
Dude. Probably immediately called someone as soon as she stole the car. Like, bro, I went to do the thing, and then now I'm just stealing the car, and blah, blah, like, come on.
Dude, everybody always puts it like on social media now too.
Idiots.
We talked about that so many times on
idiots
that they like post it after they do some shit like that, dude.
Yep, absolutely.
But to steal a stolen car is kind of tough. She was on Snapchat, like, I stole a stolen car. How about that? How about that? Like, all right, whoa, Vicky, calm the fuck down. Let's take the car back. You know you're gonna go do some real time now, right?
Yeah. Whoa, Ferrari or whatever the hell your stripper name is.
Yo, but I said, like, the guy who owns that strip club, does he know this story? Because he's like, this broad is dedicated. Like,
Yeah.
rain, sleet, hail, snow. She's in the club. I know this girl will get there. Car, no car, bus fare. She's gonna steal something. We'll get here.
Yeah, dude.
It's a good employee.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. If you know, as long as you don't leave your car keys around, yeah, she's great.
Yeah, right.
Worst case, you leave her
She's
ID
a-
with you.
She's an ideal employee, but yeah, dude, that's wild. I mean, but what are you gonna do? That's Indiana being Indiana. You know what I'm saying?
I was
That's
proud
just how
of
they
him.
roll.
Seemed like a Florida story
Yeah.
when I read it, and then when I was surprised
Really
to see
did.
Indiana, and I got excited. I was like, Muncie
Yeah.
on the map. I never heard of Muncie, Indiana.
Muncie.
I don't know if I have.
Sounds
but
like a
anyway,
Muncie thing to do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Muncie through and through for sure.
Probably 14
Absolutely.
people. Probably 14 people in the entire town, and she was 13. These guys know her very well. Got in the car, drove away.
Yeah,
I don't know
Yeah,
who took it.
she's,
I have no idea.
not the first time. It won't be the last time we see her stealing a car. That's just the nature of the business. But what are you gonna do? So nice. All right, good stuff. Let's keep it moving though. I want to go to sports and speds now. Steve, I'm going back to you. What do you have for sports and speds?
So I'm gonna go a little bit with the Dillon Danis, Logan Paul saga, right? For those of you who don't know, real quick, bring up the speed. They were supposed to box each other. Dillon's a huge troll. He's a world-class jiu-jitsu guy. Sucks kind of at black belt. His record's not great. Was a ridiculous brown belt, world champion at brown belt. Really, really good. Had 2 fights in Bellator. I think he won both by submission, but not it. Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach, always close with McGregor, and most famously, the man that when Khabib beat McGregor and jumped out the cage, and there's that million memes of him jumping off like WWF, drop kicking some dude in his face. That happens to be Dillon Danis that he's dropping that drop kick on, right? This is this guy. This is how much you can never troll a guy from the Caucasus Mountains. You better calm down. You hear him calling you brother. You better calm down with the insults. They don't take that shit. But this guy fighting Logan Paul, they had 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. Now, Matthew, bring up the I don't know, the UFC or any other, but no one's making numbers like that. 1.3
it's the most bought pay-per-view this year.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Unreal.
I would not expect that.
Unbelievable the numbers that came out. Blew away Dana White, and like they have him. They always talk shit to each other. And
the number 1 pay-per-view this year.
1.3, correct?
Yeah,
unreal.
That's pretty crazy. I would not expect that.
Imagine how many people
surprising.
They always say hit the age range of like the Logan Paul real mega fans that came up with them, like the younger 20s. They all know how to do that illegal streaming shit. So the amount, if they already 1.3 buys, they probably had 8 million views because 70% of it is watching
not
it
to
through.
mention,
I allegedly do it.
Yeah, not to mention it's been the number 1 media story since then, like since Saturday.
And remember,
It's
he's
been the
suing.
biggest
They've been going
news
back
story.
and forth. He hit him with a microphone. It was a whole ordeal. They
Tried
brought
to
Gordon Ryan out.
and
They
he's been talking about his fiance.
They brought out at the press conference Chris Hansen to catch a predator, to run down on him, and asked Dillon Danis that he needed to sit down and if he's been texting this person. Was hilarious. Chris Hansen. I haven't seen this man in forever.
Shout out to Chris Hansen for having like a
legend.
Like
a
sense of humor about
yeah,
for having a sense of humor about like the whole
awesome. It was awesome.
He gets it. He's in.
Yep.
Dude, that's awesome.
He's trying to promote some
that.
show
That's
too. He's promoting this new show he's doing. I guess he's doing a new show. That's why he did it. And Dillon Danis roasted him a little bit with the, oh my God, this is really Chris Hansen, acting like he was so excited. And he was like, not doing so well if you're here though, huh? Not doing so great no more. Used to be on ABC primetime. Now you're at the Dillon Danis Logan Paul fight.
I mean, which was the number 1 story worldwide.
True, worked out for him. Kind of.
He's doing okay.
It was a flex at the time, but then this, the numbers came out after this. But again, Logan Paul's girl suing him too.
Suing Dillon Danis.
Yes, for defamation of character.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can see that.
It's all wild.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, these Paul boys, say what you want. I mean, one of the most genius things though about their I guess we'll call it media empire, right? Is that they are their own advertising.
100%.
You know what I mean? So the fact that they don't have to a lot of the times, if you have a big mega fight like this, a lot of your purse is going back into being reinvested into the advertising, right? Like you have to pay to get the word out about the fight and all that shit. They didn't have to do any of that. Like they saved, like legit millions have been saved because they are their own marketing and advertising. Genius level.
No guys have their little dirty fingers in your percentage. This guy and that guy. No. It's their bread, their promotion, like you said. They don't have to go back and forth with all that crap. It's wild.
Yeah.
Kids are fucking killing it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Him and his brother are killing it.
There's one thing you can say all you want about them,
right?
But they
numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you saw the motherfucker had his own Netflix special, like, bro. They and like
he fought Floyd Mayweather. What the how is that possible?
But also, like, they legit the #1 pay-per-view of the year.
Yep.
Like, let's not fucking
snippet that. Agreed.
You know, like
unbelievable.
That is. I mean, shout out to these guys. You know, one, I love them because they're wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He even said that. Even when Danis tried to take him down and he stuffed the takedown.
See, taking me down.
Logan Paul legit said he's like, I was all-state wrestler. All-state wrestler.
And Ohio.
Like,
legit state.
Which is decent.
Legit.
Yeah.
No, I'd say more than decent.
Yeah, they wrestle in Ohio.
Yeah, they're tough. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So he knew, you know, they know how to sell this shit. They know how to market themselves. These boys know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They're on top of the world, literally on top of the world. And then also the other fight, was that the Danis and Paul was the headliner?
No,
and then
that was the undercard.
And Tommy Fury?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were the main fight.
Correct.
Well, because it was in England, wasn't
correct.
it? Okay, so yeah. Was it at Wembley?
Yes. Well, yes.
Dude, that's the other thing. That's how many pay-per-view fights. Wembley seats like what, 70,000?
Yeah. Big sellout crowd.
What?
Yeah, they make money.
They sold out Wembley?
I don't know. I don't know. Look that up. I got CTE. I don't know if that's true, but I think so.
I mean,
yeah, wild.
Wow.
I know, wild.
Wow.
Did you see
the fact that they're selling out a stadium at all is wild.
And did you see Tyson's Fury's pop lose it? So they made a cage that they could walk in. It was like a squared cage, and it was kind of for a face off, and they had like a plexiglass in between.
And he gets
in, and he's gigantic. He's a rhinoceros, right? This man's a huge gypsy.
John Fury.
He's enormous.
Cinder block hands,
legit gypsy. Like ran around and just throwing punches with guys.
Legit bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah.
He's legit.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And made one monster son and one really cute son.
Yeah.
With two different women. They got different moms.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if you're like the king of the gypsies, come on, dude. You're slaying.
Dog, if I'm Tommy Fury, that man is a beautiful man. I'll kiss him right now, and I'm not even gay, right? I'm not even gay. That's a beautiful man, right? My older brother happens to be the gypsy king. Like, if we go out, I'm gonna go up and talk to your girlfriend because I'm Tommy Fury, and if you got anything to say, this 6'9" gypsy over here is coming through.
Legit,
what
the best boxer in the world right now.
The biggest guy on the planet too.
Yeah. I love that clip too, the Francis Ngannou and Rogan clip, where he's like, you're not gonna fool me, Tyson. You come saying you're a fat guy and blah blah blah. Motherfucker's so slick.
So
he's
good.
Like, I ain't gonna be fooled. Yeah, no,
so
I
good.
love it. Absolutely love it. Really good stuff, Steve. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to you, Liam. What do you got for sports and speds?
So we talk about a certain, like a state here more than we talk about other states, Yeah. And as far as demographics go, usually it's a male in these stories. That's so Florida man. Everybody knows Florida man. We know Florida man. The internet loves Florida man. The world loves Florida man.
Agreed.
About that, yeah.
Now, Florida man is not going to be like, an all-star athlete. You know what I mean? He's not going to be like a gold medalist or anything. But Florida man can
probably not his thing.
Florida man can do things that not everybody can do. Like ride in a hamster wheel across the Atlantic Ocean, or rob somebody with an alligator with his mouth duct taped shut.
Yeah.
So, in 2024, the Florida Man Games are coming to St. Augustine.
Stop.
What?
If you want to watch 16 teams of Florida men compete in games like weaponized pool noodle.
Yes.
Evading arrest obstacle course.
Ooh.
A Category 5 Hurricane Winds cash grab, or Beer Belly Florida sumo wrestling. Start planning ahead for the weekend of February 24th, 2024 for the Florida Man game.
Wow.
The Florida Man Games.
Yes.
Love it.
Some of the other events are there's going to be a mullet contest. There's going to be chicken coop bingo. We're going to have all kinds of cool stuff.
All the stuff you know from Florida.
So Florida Man Games going to go from like $50 to like, if you want to get VIP access, $155 gets you behind the scenes. It gets you drinks, like all you can drink, access to climate controlled VIP area, and like private bathrooms and stuff. Because let's be honest, I don't think you're going to want to use the public restrooms at a place like Florida Man Games.
No.
And reserved bleacher seating for the Florida Man Games. What do you guys think about the Florida Man Games? I would love to watch it.
I'm thinking, why don't we do a live show from there, guys? Your thoughts?
I want to know how do you have to be a Floridian, or can I sign up for this competition? I want in. I like these events. I want to compete. I'll out Florida the Floridian.
Wow.
Let me get in this, yo. Can I sign up? We'll go down. We'll film it. Let's go.
Steve, you might be the most Florida man that
I'll
there
beat
is.
these pussies at their own game. Let's go.
So the teams, unfortunately, yes, like for Florida Man Games, you have to be like the teams are each county. So there's 16 teams and they're each a different county in Florida. So I guess they get like their, their craziest dudes in the county, put them all together. And it's like,
Now hear me out. Hear me out. What if we falsify a North Wales, Florida, put a zip code on it, set it up like it's a real thing, and we enter me from North Wales in Florida, and we go down there and we compete in this games. I want in. I want fucking in. To be honest.
So I'm not sure, but like making fraudulent identification might be one of the events.
Hell yeah! Let's go. It does sound like an event for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, dude, imagine, how when you say, like, a lot of people say, like, they went to prison and learned how to be a better criminal. You know what I mean? Like, imagine just the knowledge, the Florida man
going to the Florida game
that is going to be passed around at the Florida game.
Yo, so right.
I mean, like, Florida men just being Florida men with Florida men. I mean, shout out.
Listen,
I'm a big fan.
You'll learn some shit down there. You're gonna learn some shit. You're gonna see some shit. You're gonna unbelieve some shit, and you're gonna learn some shit.
I gotta admit, also, of all of them, I'm probably most excited for the evading arrest obstacle course.
I told you, I don't know you. I told you we should do some games like that. Remember?
Yeah,
I could. The Doberman won't bite you. One will be like running away from the dog. I'll let the Doberman go. See how quick, because he is so fast. See how quick he would get to you.
Oh God!
Yeah,
jump in a fence.
You wanted to do it at Kevin. Yeah, at Kevin's his indoor place.
Yeah, like the Hood Olympics. We'll make some real dumb events.
We're cutting out catalytic converters.
We can do it out back. I got plenty of them. We'll lay down and cut that out.
You get a fully charged battery saws off.
Yeah. All types of cool events. We were saying, and then one would be like tie obviously shoes together and throw it up on the wires. See how long it took somebody to do that. We have a whole thing of them.
I mean,
we should do it.
Yeah, so mark your calendars, February 24th, 2024.
Is this gonna be broadcast on TV? Can I live stream this?
So there's actually
YouTube.
So on Eventbrite, there's a website.
Hell yeah.
And it's on Eventbrite. I think that's just to get tickets though. I didn't see anything about broadcasting, but I have to imagine there is a broadcast for it. There has to be.
Of course, or it might be incriminating to have a broadcast of it. There might be some things that don't need to be on TV, and they're just like, you know what, we're going to scrap the whole thing. John, we can't play any of this.
No. We've seen what happens here, and we're barely getting away with it.
These are
catalytic converter. Oh my gosh! One of the events is a catalytic converter, 2 bikes, and a handful of copper pipes. A race against time.
That means you got to get to the scrapyard before it closes. They got you on a
That is wild, dude.
Amazing. Wow.
That's just this just became the most favorite thing that we've ever talked about.
We need
on this
updates
show.
on this. Now, listen to me, Liam. I trust you and your investigative professionality, but I'm going to need you to keep real close eyes on this and give us updates as frequently as possible.
I'm actually going to sign up. I'm going to put my email in for their newsletter so I can get updates on it and everything.
Is there even a gift you could give me outside of the bragging rights to be the Mr. Most Floridian? Like Mr. Florida, you kidding me? Dog, the shit Miss Florida or Mr. Florida scene? Come on.
I mean, yeah, Florida being Florida. Shout out. Love it. Nice. All right. We are coming towards the top of time. First thing I want to say thank you to Florida for being Florida. We talk about Florida a lot on this show, but I really don't think we sing their praises enough. I mean, it's Florida, guys. It's Florida, and we are so thankful to have Florida in our lives.
As far as I'm concerned, it's the capital of America. All right, suck it, DC. Florida's the capital of the USA.
Yeah, I'm not against Florida. Half these stories I read, and I'm like, oh man, this guy's awesome.
Florida sounds awesome.
Yeah, sure does. Nice. Okay, so we are coming towards the top of time. Steve, what do you got before we get out of here?
Going to a Hall of Fame induction on Friday, dinner sit down for the great Chris Courtnick, one of the best wrestlers that came out of North Penn, who happens to be going into the PA Hall of Fame with a guy named, I don't know, Kobe Bryant. You ever heard of him?
Oh,
he's on the ballot.
He shuffleboard.
Yeah,
right?
I think he played sports. I think he played sports. But he apparently went to Lower Merion, and he's going in the same class. So it's only like 5 people going in down in Norristown at some event center. And it's going to be pretty dope. So shout out Chris representing North Penn going into the Hall of Fame.
Love it, dude. Absolutely love it.
Shout out
Very
Whit.
Cool.
He watches and listens. He coming to the dinner.
Love it. Oh, Whit. Well, dude, one of our best fans of the show. Love him. Yeah, he's just the best. Lishmoosh, what do you got before we get out of here?
Yeah, everyone out there, just take it easy. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody's, always argumentative. Just relax. We all got places to go, man.
Yeah. Places to go, people to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Nice. Well, speaking of places to go and people to do, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Strong Step Steve Cabot and Liam Reese. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. If you would like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks for listening and have a great weekend. Thanks. See you.